Hey everybody, Chef Nick here. Today I'm going to show you how to make wild-caught salmon with the gourmet flavor kit. Check it out. Two things. One, it's a ground-to-table product, which means from planting to packaging. Hey, and it's all organic. What more could you ask for? Number two, this entire package, you can use all in 1 pound of protein. Remember, buy small, use it all. Let's check out this wild-caught salmon. Come on. Take our gourmet flavor kit. Got a pound of fish. Very easy. Everything's ready for you. Self-explanatory. Open it up. It even has little check boxes for you. Got your salmon. You got your olive oil. You got your salt, if optional. So one thing I did want to point out is one great thing about this product is there is no salt. I like salt, as do most people. So we're going to add a little salt. The package does say you can add salt to taste or a 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm going to add our seasoned spice packet into a bowl. Strip the thyme of leaves. Makes it real easy. At this point, get your pan ready. Get the heat at a medium high, and you want the pan to get hot. Not scorching hot where you're gonna, burn down the house, but it's a nice heat. And if you're a little worried about that, please be cautious. Also depends on what kind of oven you have, what kind of range you have, if it's gas, electric, what altitude you're at. There's a bunch of variables, but just know that you want this pan to be hot. Take our herb mix, and for me the best way to initially chop the herbs is bundle them up into a little ball and just roll or rock your knife back and forth. Very simple. Watch your fingers so you don't cut yourself. When you're done with the first initial cut, bunch them all back together. Your 2 fingers can go in the front part of the knife and just come up and down. Gather the herbs back, up and down. Add the herbs to the spices. And about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And the recipe says salt's optional. We're going to add salt. Mix everything together. I like to use my hand. You can use a spoon, a little whisk, whatever you like. And then add the fish to the bowl and thoroughly coat the fish in your spice, your herb mix. Essentially, this would be a wet rub. There's a dry rubs and wet rubs. This wet rub is we're taking our hand and we're getting the flavors of the herbs and the spices into the protein here, into the fish. The heat from the hand is warming up the herb, thus releasing oils. Even though it's a small amount of oil, it's still releasing oils and flavors into the fish. Once we've coated our fish, our salmon, with the herbs and spices and the oil, add about a tablespoon of oil to our pan, our hot pan. Swish the pan around a little, and you're going to start with the skin side of the fish down. Now, you may want to use utensils to do this. If you feel uncomfortable using your hands, like I said, I've been doing this a long time. Make sure all the fish is nice and coated. If you get a fillet, a piece of fish, and you want to cut it into smaller portions, a good idea is to put a border of protection in between yourself, between the fish and the cutting board, with a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. Once I've gotten the fish in the pan, I'm going to reduce the heat because the skin is on there. I'm going to reduce the heat to a low. And if you could smell this is my favorite mix. This is my favorite mix. That smells so good, so fresh. So the whole idea is to crisp up the skin without burning our mix. So shake the pan a little. Try to use a non-stick pan with this application just because the skin of the fish will stick to most steel, regardless of how hot you get it. And if you don't have that much experience with cooking seafood, it will probably stick. So your best bet is a non-stick pan. See, you've got a nice texture on the skin right here. So the other thing is you may want to move the fish around the pan just because the pan has different different hot points in it. This top part of the pan probably maybe hotter than the bottom part of the pan. So that is the case on this pan. So we're gonna heat angle, move the fish around. Everything will get properly crispy, at least the skin. Well, this is perfect, you see? 2 to 7 minutes on each side, depending on how you like your fish. I like mine medium rare, especially being so fresh. So we did about a minute and a half on the skin side. We're gonna do another minute on the flesh side, and then I think we're done. This package right here, don't throw it away. Recycle it. It's PET plastic. Doesn't need to go in the trash, needs to go in the recycle bin. At this point, we can turn our heat off. If you wanna make it a little, if you wanna add a little richness to the dish, throw in a little butter. The butter doesn't hurt. You would throw a little butter in right now. When you throw the butter in, swirl it around so it coats each individual fillet. Set it to the side, it's done. Look at this, watch. We're gonna present it the skin side up, but look at this. Look at all the herbs that have crusted themselves on the flesh of the fish. That's amazing. And this is gonna be so good, so good. You got your wild-caught salmon, using a gourmet flavor kit, and a kale salad. Hey, this is a knockout meal. Enjoy it. I'm Chef Nick. Enjoy your fish.